Hey guys, the Quack45 here, and today I have episode 22 of my Versatech survival series. So, in this episode we're going to talk about power, and I know you're probably going, oh my god dude, you have this massive reactor, you spent so many episodes dealing with power, you have this big ass reactor, plenty of power, why are you complaining at all? Well, yes, indeed, I do have a lot of power production, but I don't have a lot of power storage. I only have this energy cube with 2 megajoules and this energy buffer with 10 million RF, and I know that's a fair amount, but there's also another issue in that whenever I run out, I sometimes don't notice, and I don't remember to turn the reactor on. So, I have a thing that will deal with all of those problems, and it is provided by the mod EnderIO. It is called a capacitor. So, these capacitors they're a multi-block structure, and each block can store 5 million RF. There's also basic capacitors that can store 1 million, and vibrant capacitors that can store 25 million, but they're expensive, so I'm not going to make them. I am instead going to make these capacitor banks, so 2 of them will be enough to store to store this much power. But there's also another thing. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. Power monitor that will can emit redstone, as it says here, depending on the stored power levels on the conduit or on the capacitor that it's connected to. If you place it next to one, or I think if you have one on the network. But anyway, so I'm going to use that to control the reactor. If power runs low, gets below a certain point, I will turn on the reactor, or I'll get it to turn on the reactor through redstone so that it turns on and produces power until it's full. But all that stuff is going to be a little bit late. We have to start with some stuff right now, which is primarily getting the machines to work with EnderIO, because EnderIO uses a bunch of different alloys and stuff like electrical steel, as you see here. And there's also energetic alloys and vibrant alloys and stuff. So I have to deal, as you can see here, energetic alloys. I have to deal with these things. I have to be able to produce them. And that's going to require a couple machines. It's going to require, first of all, where is it? Here's the sag mill. It's going to require the sag mill, which is going to require 3 flint, 4 iron, a piston, a machine machine chassis. We're also going to need the alloy smelter, which is 4 furnaces, 1 cauldron, 4 iron, and another machine chassis. The machine chassis are made like so. 4 iron bars, 4 iron, and a basic capacitor, which is made like so. 4 gold nuggets, 2 redstone, and a copper ingot of whatever copper you fancy. So I have 9 capacitors here, and then the mats for a final one. So here's our 10th capacitor, and I've got what I think should be all of the stuff that I need. So let's make the cauldron first of all, might as well. But let's make the iron stuff, the iron casing things, whatever they are. So I believe that's made like so. Good. Sorry. I think that, yeah, that got in. I should probably cut that out in editing. Anyway, yeah, I'm coming off of a cold, so if I sound a bit weird, that's why. Anyway, now let's get to the sag mill. We're going to make the sag mill first. 3 flint across the top, iron here, and a piston down there, and a machine chassis in the middle. Now we're going to need 3 of these furnaces, which we're all very familiar with, of course. 1, 2, 3. And then this alloy smelter. There we are. Yeah, that's a fairly easy recipe, just like so. Alright, cool. So, these are going to require power. Of course, as always, the way to deal with my power problems. A little bit of a lag spike there. This is actually continuing for quite a ways. Just give me a second. Okay, it's dealt with. I don't know why that was happening. But, yeah. So the lag spike's gone. And we're going to place the sag mill and the alloy smelter down. And they're going to take in a bunch of power. As you can see, of course, it's going to drain from my energy buffer. Another reason that I need more power. because every machine that I use drains more and more and more. So, now, these capacitor banks. Each one requires 4 electrical steel, a block of redstone, and 4 double-layer capacitors. This is going to be kind of a difficult thing to make, because each double-layer capacitor requires 2 basic capacitors, coal powder, or pulverized coal, or coal dust, or whatever the hell, and 2 energetic alloy. So I need to make some energetic alloy. This is a fairly easy recipe, just a little bit expensive. Gold ingot, glowstone dust, and redstone in the alloy smelter. So let's get these things together. I'll make, say, 10 of them. I like that number. Never mind, I'll make 5. Actually, no. I'll make... I could have sworn I had more gold smelting and stuff. That's fine. Okay, yeah, we'll make 9, and then I'll get 10 together eventually. Oh, you know what? I have an easy solution. Where is it? This should do it. Easy process. Easy process. Easy process. Son of a bitch. I think a glowstone or 2 should do the trick. Glowstone. It did. Cool. So, yeah, now we got 10 of all the materials. We're gonna bring this over to the alloy smelter. Plop her in here. As you can see, there's 3 slots. It can also, you can set it to furnace mode, or you can set its furnace mode to be alloys only, furnace only, or all smelting. You can use it as a furnace that can just, smelt stuff. Or you can use it as an alloy smelter, which, as you saw, will make alloys out of multiple materials. So let's put this in here. It's going to take a little while. It's kind of a slow process. So let's get the materials together for the other stuff that we'll need. Namely, electrical steel. This is much easier than vibrant alloy. It's going to require iron ingots, pulverized coal, and silicon. It's actually kind of a difficult one, but it's not too bad. Okay, so probably the best method for this is sand, because sand is going to have a 50% chance of producing 1 silicon. I used to use clay in the past, which would produce 2 clay with a chance of 10 clay, or a 10% chance of another clay, and 80% chance of 2 silicon, but that's kind of not too great in comparison to sand. So I'm gonna find some sand. Probably have to go get it, I believe. Oh wait, here's some. Let's plop this guy into the sag mill. Get to work. Sag mill's a little bit faster, especially for this sort of thing. Let's get the other stuff together. What was it? No, it's electrical steel that I'm making, not that thing. Electrical steel, pulverized coal. I can do that. Where's my coal? Let's pulverize 30. I like that plan. I can either crush it or pulverize it. I'm gonna crush it. I think I have a pulverizer here somewhere. Yeah, I do. But I'm gonna use the crusher because it is almighty. So as you can see, the alloy smelter does take a little while, but the sag mill will chew through this sand, this puny sand, oh so easily. Cool. So we got 18 out of that 22. That was pretty good odds for a 50% chance. I think that was 22. Yeah, it should have been 22. Okay, here's pulverized coal. God damn it, alloy smelter. You're always holding us up. I'll be back when this is done. Actually, scratch that. You can speed these things up with a capacitor that's not working. Never mind. I'll be right back. Alright, you know what? While we're waiting for this to happen, I will show you the different things that you can do with these EnderIO machines. First of all, redstone mode, of course. You can set it to always active, active with a redstone signal, active without a redstone signal. So if it gets a signal, it's shut off. Or you can just say it doesn't care. There's also never active, I think, but I think I clicked through that. Next, configure I/O. Most machines have this, where you can sort of just, like on the thermal expansion machines, you have the different size that you can configure. And then, same on the mechanism machines. But, EnderIO does it in a very cool way. It has a 3D render of, the block and all the things on the other side. So this is the cable, it's on the bottom, and this is the sag mill next to it. And then you can say, right here, if you right click on it, it'll change it. This is going to say it's going to pull items from the sag mill and push it into the top there, where it's marked blue, as you can see. Or you can say that it's going to push items from the bottom into the sag mill. Or you can say it's going to do both. It's going to pull items from that and push them back in. And you can also disable any output from there. But you can really just set that to nothing and it'll do the same thing. Right. So this is going to take a little bit longer. It's just going to have a couple more to do, I think. So I'll be back when this is done. Alright, here's our 10 energetic alloy. We're going to need some more of these capacitors that I'll make eventually. But first of all, let's get to making these things. What was it in the middle? Yes, it was pulverized coal. I remember that. So, again, for these dual layer capacitors, it is going to be energetic alloy on the top and bottom, pulverized coal or coal powder or coal dust or what have you in the middle, and basic capacitors on either side. Now here's enough for one of the things if we had the electrical steel, which we don't. Again, simple recipe. Let's get, say, I like 10. 10 sounds like a good number. So that's a pulverized coal. I believe the... Oh, no, it doesn't. It was just not showing before. So, yeah, iron ingot, silicon, and pulverized coal, coal powder, coal dust, etc. That is going to go and get you the electrical steel that we need. We can also speed up this machine with a double layer capacitor. You can't do it with a basic, but you can do it with a double layer or a octadic capacitor, I believe is the next one. Yes, this is a very good upgrade. So as you can see, it's going to say, oh yeah, you can make these things with them, which is always good. Yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to wait for this to go, and in that time, I'm going to make some more capacitors. So, I will be right back. Well, I got me some more of those capacitors, basic capacitors, and then I got my electrical steel. So, with that, let's get my double layer capacitor out. That's just going to make it a little bit faster, of course. And let's get and craft this guy. It's going to require a redstone block in the middle. Nice and easy, because that thing split. There's a block of redstone. There is the 4 things. And here is the electrical steel around the outside. Okay. Multi-block. That is going to store 5 million RF per block. I'm probably going to have to do a little bit of setting up of this stuff to make it all work properly and set up properly and stuff so that it connects to the reactor and things. But I will deal with that off camera, I think, and then I'll show you my setup eventually. But yeah, I think that's going to finish the video up. You know what? I'll just show you the capacitor, like placing it down. So as you can see, you can set the input and output here using, it has a maximum of 5,000 RF per tick. I'd imagine the vibrant capacitor has a little bit more, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it, probably 25,000 is my guess. So you can set this to anything, and you can set input to be set on redstone, or output to be set on redstone, and then the power input, output, and ignoring on any side. So if you wanted to say, accept power from all sides except the back, you could say disable that side, and it's not going to take or output. It's not going to take in or output power from that side. And as you can see, 5,000 or 5 million RF that it can store. Whoopsies! I hit the floor. Okay. Anyway, that's going to finish the video up. So, in this episode, we made capacitor banks, some basic EnderIO machines. I'm going to be using EnderIO a lot more. It's a very cool mod with a lot of potential. Item conduits, capacitors, EnderIO, travel anchors, etc., etc. Very, very cool mod that I would highly recommend you have, because it really is going to energize your Minecraft experience. Anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.